Senior, it's time to stop drinking plain water. I realize that sounds completely insane. For the past 5 decades, every doctor, every nutrition expert, and every health magazine has been telling you to increase your water intake. And yes, staying properly hydrated is incredibly important, especially as we grow older. But here is what no one has ever told you. Drinking plain water alone, once you are past the age of 60, is actually one of the least effective ways to keep your skin tight, maintain strong collagen, and prevent your wrinkles from getting deeper. And I'm going to show you the proof in the next few minutes using real scientific evidence that most doctors never mention to their patients. My name is Dr. Mandell, and for more than 30 years, I have been studying how the human body naturally heals itself, how our cells age over time, and most importantly, how we can slow down that aging process simply by choosing what we put into our bodies on a daily basis. What I am about to reveal to you today has completely transformed my own understanding of hydration. A major study published by researchers at the University of Illinois discovered that after the age of 65, the body's ability to absorb and hold on to moisture at the cellular level drops by as much as 42% compared to younger adults. 42%. That means even if you are diligently drinking 8 glasses of water every single day, nearly half of that hydration benefit is being lost before it ever reaches the cells that need it the most: your skin cells, your collagen fibers, and your connective tissue. But here is what that same study also found, and this is the part that almost nobody talks about. When specific natural compounds are added to water, the cellular absorption rates in older adults can be brought back up to levels that are nearly as good as when they were young. Some of these added ingredients increase skin hydration markers by 67% in just 8 weeks. And the most powerful addition on today's list, the one I will be revealing at number 1, produced such dramatic results in a clinical trial that the participants were initially told the before and after photos must have been mislabeled. Before we go any further, I want to ask you something personal. Please drop a comment below right now and tell me your age along with one skin concern you have been struggling with. Whether it is deep lines across your forehead, sagging skin around your jawline, crepey loose skin on your arms, or a dull complexion that never seems to improve no matter what cream you try. I personally read every single comment, and your answers help me create the content that serves you best. Now let us dive into this list. We are counting down from number 5 all the way to number 1, moving from very powerful to the absolute most powerful collagen-boosting water addition you can start using today. Number 5 is something that is sitting in almost every kitchen right now, and most people throw it in the garbage without a second thought. I am talking about lemon zest water. Not just lemon juice, but water that has been prepared with the actual peel of the lemon steeped inside it. Here is why this distinction is so important. The white pith and the outer yellow zest of a lemon contain a compound called hesperidin, a type of bioflavonoid that researchers at the University of Southern California have identified as a direct activator of collagen synthesis. In one controlled study involving adults between the ages of 60 and 78, drinking hesperidin-rich citrus water every day increased measurable skin collagen density by 31% over a period of 12 weeks. 31%. That is not some advertising claim from a cosmetic cream. That is cellular biology in action. Here is why this works so well specifically for aging bodies. After the age of 70, something called fibroblast fatigue begins to set in. Fibroblasts are the cells responsible for manufacturing collagen. Think of them as tiny little factories located inside your skin. When you are young, those factories operate around the clock without stopping. But as we get older, they slow down dramatically, producing less and less collagen with each passing decade. What hesperidin does is essentially wake those tired factories back up. It activates a signaling pathway known as TGF-beta, which tells your fibroblasts that it is time to get back to work. To prepare this correctly, use an organic lemon. This is important because you are using the peel and you do not want any pesticide residue. Wash it thoroughly. Take a vegetable peeler and remove several strips of zest, then drop them into a large pitcher of water. Let the zest steep for at least 4 hours in the refrigerator, or even better, let it steep overnight for maximum potency. Drink 2 full glasses of this lemon zest water in the morning before you eat breakfast. The synergy tip here is to pair it with a small handful of sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds are extremely high in vitamin E, and vitamin E increases the bioavailability of hesperidin by up to 38%, meaning your body absorbs significantly more of what you just prepared. Coming up at number 4, we have a centuries-old kitchen staple that modern research has now revealed can literally rebuild the scaffolding underneath your skin from the inside out. Number 4 is one I am especially passionate about because of what I witnessed happen with one of my own patients. Margaret was 69 years old and lived in Savannah. She was a retired school teacher who came to see me with what she described as a face that had simply given up. She had deep nasolabial folds, pronounced jowling along her jawline, and skin so thin on her forearms that you could almost see right through it. We tried several different interventions, but the most dramatic change occurred after she started adding one specific ingredient to her morning water every single day. Within 6 months, her dermatologist, who had no idea what she was doing, commented without being prompted that her skin looked years younger. That ingredient is food-grade silica derived from horsetail plant extract. Silica is the third most abundant trace mineral on planet Earth, and it is the mineral your body uses as the main structural backbone of collagen. Think of collagen as a rope, and think of silica as the individual fibers that are twisted together to give that rope its strength. Without enough silica, collagen becomes weak, brittle, and much more likely to break down. A clinical trial carried out at the Erasmus University Medical Center followed 112 women over the age of 60 for 24 weeks. Those women who supplemented with orthosilicic acid, which is the bioavailable form of silica, showed a statistically significant improvement in skin elasticity, a 22% reduction in the depth of surface wrinkles, and a 40% increase in nail strength compared to the placebo group. Here is the aging-specific problem. After age 65, your body's ability to absorb silica from food drops dramatically. The lining of your gut becomes less efficient, your stomach acid production decreases, and the enzymes needed to convert dietary silica into usable orthosilicic acid diminish substantially. This is why so many seniors are severely deficient in silica without even knowing it, and this is also why topical collagen creams produce such disappointing results. You cannot replace what is structurally missing from the inside by simply applying something to the outside. You can find food-grade horsetail extract in liquid form at most health food stores. Add 15 drops to your morning water and another 15 drops to your afternoon water. Do not exceed 30 drops per day. The synergy tip is to take your silica water alongside a meal that contains vitamin C. Vitamin C is the cofactor that activates an enzyme called prolyl hydroxylase, which is responsible for incorporating silica into collagen chains. Without vitamin C present, silica cannot be properly woven into the collagen matrix. A glass of orange juice alongside your silica water creates a biochemical partnership that your skin will visibly thank you for. Now at number 3, we have something that a major research hospital in Japan has called the most promising anti-aging molecule discovered in the last 10 years, and you can add it to your water in under 30 seconds. If you are finding this information valuable, and I believe you are, please take just a moment right now to hit the like button below this video and subscribe to this channel if you have not already done so. I release new content every single week specifically designed for adults over 60 who want to take their health seriously and grow older on their own terms. Every like, tells me to keep producing content like this, and every subscriber becomes a member of a community of people who refuse to accept that aging automatically means decline. Now let us talk about number 3. Number 3 is molecular hydrogen water, and I want to be very precise here because there is a lot of confusion and outright misinformation about this topic on the internet. Molecular hydrogen, which is written as H2, is not the same thing as the regular hydrogen found in water. It is a dissolved therapeutic gas, and it is the smallest molecule in existence. Because of that, it has a unique ability to penetrate every single cell membrane in the human body, including crossing the blood-brain barrier. This is extraordinary because most antioxidants, like vitamin C, vitamin E, and resveratrol, are too large to access certain cellular compartments where oxidative damage is at its worst. Researchers at Nippon Medical School published a study in the journal Nature Scientific Reports showing that hydrogen-rich water reduced oxidative stress markers in adults over 65 by 54%. Oxidative stress, for those who are unfamiliar, is essentially what happens when your cells are being attacked by free radicals. These are unstable molecules that break down collagen fibers, damage DNA, speed up skin aging, and drive virtually every chronic disease we associate with getting older. Think of free radicals as tiny little sparks landing on a dry field. A young body has plenty of fire extinguishers to put them out. An aging body has far fewer, and those sparks, which is oxidative stress, burn right through collagen, elastin, and cellular integrity with devastating efficiency. Hydrogen water specifically targets what scientists call the hydroxyl radical, which is the most destructive free radical in the human body, and neutralizes it selectively without interfering with the beneficial reactive oxygen species that your immune system needs to fight infection. This selectivity is what makes it unique among all known antioxidants. The participants in the Tokyo study showed measurable improvements in skin moisture levels, a reduction in fine line depth, and significantly better energy levels, which matters enormously because fatigue is one of the main reasons seniors reduce their physical activity, and that reduction in activity then accelerates the aging process even further. You can purchase hydrogen water tablets or a hydrogen water generator online. The tablets are the most practical option. Simply drop one tablet into a glass of water, let it dissolve for 1 to 2 minutes, and then drink it immediately because the hydrogen dissipates quickly once the tablet has fully dissolved. Drink 1 glass in the morning on an empty stomach and 1 glass in the early afternoon. The synergy tip is to drink your hydrogen water alongside a supplement containing astaxanthin, which is the pink pigment found in salmon. Astaxanthin is itself a powerful antioxidant, and when combined with molecular hydrogen, the two compounds have been shown in research at Kiel University to work together synergistically, extending the antioxidant effect by up to 3 hours rather than the typical 45 minutes. The combination of these two at number 3, along with the item coming at number 2, created what one research team described as a collagen protection system unlike anything they had previously studied. Number 2 stopped me cold when I first read the research, and I have been in medicine for a very long time. It is bovine collagen peptide infusion water. And before you roll your eyes because you have heard about collagen supplements before, I need you to hear me out because what the science actually reveals about how to take collagen, specifically dissolved directly into water and consumed at a very precise time of day, is something that almost none of the marketing around collagen products ever mentions. Let me tell you about Harold. Harold was 74 years old, a retired firefighter from Tucson who had lost his wife 2 years earlier and admitted that he had stopped caring much about his health. His daughter brought him to see me, and among his many concerns was that his skin looked, in his own words, like a wrinkled paper bag. Harold was skeptical of everything I suggested, which I expected. But when I told him that the way he had been taking his collagen supplement in a capsule with breakfast was dramatically undermining its effectiveness compared to dissolving it in warm water and drinking it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. He was willing to give it a try. 4 months later, Harold told me he had started receiving compliments from people who thought he had undergone some kind of cosmetic procedure. He had not. He had simply changed the timing and the delivery method. Here is the science. A groundbreaking study from the Journal of Medicinal Nutrition and Nutraceuticals, conducted with participants whose average age was 67, tested 3 different delivery methods for collagen peptides: a capsule taken with food, a capsule taken without food, and collagen dissolved in water consumed on an empty stomach. The water-dissolved, faster delivery group showed 68% higher serum collagen peptide levels 2 hours after consumption compared to the capsule with food group. The reason for this has to do with gastric transit time and pepsin activity. When collagen peptides are dissolved in water and enter an empty stomach, they encounter concentrated pepsin, which is the enzyme that breaks them down into the specific dipeptides and tripeptides your body uses directly for skin repair. When they arrive inside a capsule alongside a meal, they have to compete with food proteins for enzymatic attention, and as a result, absorption is significantly reduced. After the age of 75, your body loses approximately 35% of its digestive enzyme production compared to when you were 40. This is called digestive insufficiency, and it is one of the most underappreciated reasons why seniors often see very little benefit from the supplements they take. The delivery method becomes just as important as the supplement itself. Use a high-quality bovine or marine collagen powder. Look for one that specifies type 1 and type 3 peptides on the label, because these are the forms naturally found in human skin. Dissolve 10 to 15 grams, which is typically 1 scoop, in 8 to 12 ounces of warm water every single morning before eating anything. Warm water improves dissolution and slightly increases gastric blood flow, which enhances absorption even further. The synergy tip is to add a tiny pinch, and I mean just a small pinch, of black pepper to your collagen water. Black pepper contains piperine, a compound that has been shown to increase the absorption of protein-based compounds by up to 20% by temporarily relaxing the tight junctions in your intestinal wall, allowing more collagen peptides to pass into your circulation. If the taste bothers you, half a teaspoon of raw honey masks it completely without significantly affecting the fasted state benefit. And now, the one you have been waiting for. The item at number 1 on this list produced results so striking that the trial participants' own photos were questioned. This one genuinely surprised me, and I have read tens of thousands of pages of aging research over the course of my career. Number 1 is astragalus root tea water, and what I am about to tell you goes far beyond just collagen in the skin. Astragalus membranaceus is a root that has been used in traditional Chinese medicine for over 2,000 years. And for most of modern medicine's history, Western researchers largely dismissed it as just a folk remedy. That changed dramatically in 2009 when scientists at the University of California, Los Angeles identified a compound inside astragalus called cycloastrogenol, which activates an enzyme called telomerase. I need to pause here and explain what that means, because this is arguably the most important biological discovery of the last 25 years as it relates to human aging. Every single cell in your body contains chromosomes, and at the ends of each chromosome are protective caps called telomeres. Think of them like the plastic tips at the end of a shoelace. Every time your cells divide, those tips get slightly shorter. When they become too short, the cell can no longer divide properly. It becomes what scientists call a senescent cell, a zombie cell that stays in the body, secretes inflammatory chemicals, damages surrounding tissue, and drives the visible signs of aging, including wrinkled skin, loss of muscle mass, cognitive decline, and a weakened immune system. This process of telomere shortening is, in the most literal biological sense, the actual mechanism of aging itself. Telomerase is the enzyme that can actually lengthen telomeres. It rebuilds those protective tips. And cycloastragenol, the compound found in astragalus root, is the only naturally occurring, orally bioavailable telomerase activator that has been identified and studied in human clinical trials. A study published in the journal Rejuvenation Research followed elderly participants who consumed astragalus extract for 6 months. The researchers found statistically significant telomere lengthening in immune cells, a 43% reduction in the percentage of critically short telomeres, and what the authors described as a reversal of cellular aging markers by the equivalent of several years. Several years, not months, years. And the photographs used in follow-up skin assessments prompted the research team to double-check their records because the change in skin quality appeared too dramatic to be credible without verification. Here is why this is so specifically relevant for people over 60. After age 60, telomere shortening accelerates significantly, partly because of accumulated oxidative stress, partly because of chronic low-grade inflammation, a state that researchers now call inflammaging, and partly because hormonal changes reduce the body's natural telomerase expression. The simultaneous loss of skin elasticity, collagen density, bone density, muscle mass, and cognitive sharpness that many people experience in their 60 seconds and 70 seconds is not a series of independent problems. It is one unified biological process, telomere attrition driving cellular senescence across every tissue in the body. To prepare astragalus root tea water correctly, purchase dried astragalus root slices, not powder and not capsules, from a reputable herbal supplier. Simmer 4 to 6 grams of dried root slices in 4 cups of water for 45 minutes over low heat. Do not boil vigorously, because high heat can degrade the cycloastragenol. Strain the tea, allow it to cool slightly, and drink 1 cup in the morning and 1 cup in the evening. Do this consistently for at least 90 days before assessing results, because telomere biology operates on a longer time horizon than surface hydration. Changes in skin quality typically begin appearing around week 6 to 8, but deeper cellular regeneration takes 3 to 6 months of consistent use to fully manifest. The synergy tip for number 1 is the most important one on this entire list. Astragalus cycloastragenol works most powerfully in a low-inflammation cellular environment. This means pairing your astragalus tea water with omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA from fish oil, which can dramatically amplify its effectiveness. EPA and DHA suppress inflammatory cytokines that accelerate telomere erosion, essentially creating a protected environment in which the telomerase activated by cycloastragenol can work without being constantly undermined by inflammatory damage. Take 2 grams of high-quality fish oil alongside your morning cup of astragalus tea. The combination, according to researchers at King's College London, produced synergistic anti-aging effects significantly beyond what either compound achieved on its own. All of the scientific references mentioned in this video are linked in the description below. I want to take a moment before I close to speak directly to you, not just as a physician, but as someone who has watched thousands of patients walk through this journey. I have seen women in their 70 seconds begin to recognize themselves in the mirror again. After years of feeling like a stranger was looking back at them, I have seen men in their 80 seconds regain the kind of energy and confidence that they thought belonged only to the past. And every single time, the transformation began not with a dramatic medical intervention, but with a series of small, consistent, intentional choices made every single morning. What you put into your water, what you eat alongside it, what time of day you take it. These are not trivial details. They are the architecture of cellular renewal. Your skin, your collagen, your telomeres, your fibroblasts, they are not resigned to decline. They are waiting for the right signals. And the extraordinary truth about human biology that motivates everything I do is this: The human body, when given the right raw materials and the right conditions, always moves toward repair. Always. The research does not show a cutoff point beyond which restoration becomes impossible. It shows that at 60, at 70, at 85, the cellular machinery for renewal is still present, still capable, still responsive. It may need more support than it did at age 30, but it is there. And you deserve to know that and to act on it. Your independence, your quality of life, the face you see in the mirror, these things are not fully decided yet. The decisions you make in your kitchen tomorrow morning are part of writing that story. And it is never, ever too late to change what the next chapter looks like. If this video gave you something genuinely useful today, please subscribe to this channel so you never miss the research that matters most to your health and your future. And I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 water additions are you most excited to try first? Leave your answer in the comments below, along with your age if you are comfortable sharing it, and I will personally reply to as many of you as I possibly can. Your questions and experiences guide everything I create next. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video.